What's up, guys? Santiago here from La Grande Place de Bruxelles, the main square in Brussels, as we say. First off, before I go into today's topic, take a look around the architecture. It's pretty awesome. It's actually a mixture of Baroque and Gothic architecture. And if you haven't already come to Belgium or Brussels, then I highly recommend it. It's very nice, and not just because it's got a lot of gold everywhere. You've got a lot of stuff. You've got the swan over there. You've got a fox statue down there as well, which is really nice. And it's also you can also just sit down and have a drink and try a bit of Belgian ale, which I must admit I'm not a huge fan of beer usually, but these ones were pretty good. I had a left, and it was. Yeah, no, it was worth it. It was worth it. So, definitely recommend it, right? So today's topic, guys, trying to figure out who you are as a person, who I am. First off, keep in mind that as people, who we are isn't the same thing. It's not like a continual. It's not like a continual being, or we're not continual people. We're not the same today as you were, for example, 5 years ago, or you're not the same 5 years ago than you are in the next 10 years. We're constantly growing and we're constantly developing ourselves as people. Now, it's okay, because at a lot of times, especially in our youths, or when we've come out of university or something like that, or whatever period in your life, we always feel like we need a sense of belonging, or we feel like we need to find our passion, or something which makes us feel wanted, or something which makes us feel worthy. And that can be through your passion, that can be through your fulfillment. And I have two suggestions of trying to put you on that track. If you think about it this way, trying to figure out who you are as a person is always a challenge, but one thing you can do is always try and talk to people in your entourage, because they perceive the world different to you, because they are different to you, so they've obviously got different experiences to you. And in previous experiences, opening yourself up to someone isn't a bad thing. If anything, it may be higher risk, but if you open yourself up to someone, not only is it more beneficial to you because you're more likely to get somewhere emotionally and also to realize what's going on or how you feel about your life, but it's also a risk to consolidate the friendship or the link you have with that person. Think about it this way. If I come to you for advice and I don't know what to do with my life, I don't know whether I should travel to, say, Southeast Asia or South America, for example, hypothetical situation, and you advise me on something. Now, if I go to, let's say you advise me to go to Africa, you say, no, screw that, go to Africa, it's really worth it. And then I'm posting my progress in Africa, I'm posting my travels. You're automatically going to feel a stronger link towards me, because you'll have taken part in someone else's growth. And to that extent, you can only try and there's no loss from opening yourself up to other people. If anything, if it doesn't work out, it just means that the relationship wasn't meant to be, and that's not a bad thing. Something else I would say, in terms of finding yourself, you guys know I'm a huge advocate of traveling, and I'm going to advise you to simply just travel. I would advise you to simply travel, because once you do that, you're pretty much exposing yourself to the first situation, which is people from different cultures, people who see the world differently, people who have lived the world, who have been to different places than you. And they will help you with that. It's not for nothing that they have the saying, you have to lose yourself to find yourself. The more you speak to people with diverse education, different income levels, or different professions, the more you are going to grow as a person, and the more your passions and your life is going to be formalized, and the more you're going to grow in the long run. And that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Remember to always act upon your instinct. So, who you are keeping in mind what I've just said, that's so to talk to people, and my recommendations to travel would be to help you grow as a person. Remember, in this continual state of time, but also, if your passion isn't yet formalized, or if who you are is not yet formalized, just act on instinct, because the fact that it's not formalized doesn't mean that it's not there. It is innate to you. And although you will grow, that who I am will always be innate to you. So just go with the flow and try and talk to as many people and make as many meaningful relationships in life as possible. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Please support Santiago and the channel. And I'll see you around, guys. You take care.